Hi guys, this is Wilby. In this video I want to talk about Tormin the Cold and focusing on the arena. So Tormin the Cold is kind of a new champion that we had around Christmas time and actually did a fusion with him. So if you're lucky enough to get him, he definitely is a meta changer champion in the arena. He is a dwarf, void legendary, which is really hard to get. And he's defense based, which makes him ideal for a lot of content. So for my build, I just want to quickly go through some of the build and then look at some arena. So I have focused him on the frost sets and accuracy. I wanted high accuracy to make sure I can land all the freeze debuffs possible. And then as far as the frost goes, I want every opportunity I have to get the frost on the enemies. So I'll quickly kind of go through each piece of gear. You can pause it to look at the stats there. But mainly, I want defense, I want accuracy, speed. I didn't really focus on crit rate and crit damage. He's more of a support to me. I actually went through the defense-based boots as well. You look there, a lot of defense, accuracy. Then I went the accuracy banner as well. I haven't actually leveled it up all the way yet. I'm hoping for a better piece of gear, but right now my accuracy isn't too bad, so I'm not really worried about it. Overall stats here show you. Looking around 40,000 HP. Accuracy is about 332, and then the defense is around 4,700. That's kind of where he's going to be focusing on to take the hits, as well as higher defense means higher damage for his skills. For his skills here, you have the A1, which is attack all enemies, has a 15% chance. When you book it up, there's a 25% chance to place a freeze debuff for one turn. What's really cool about this is if you have another champion that places HP burn, if an enemy takes a turn with the HP and the freeze on them, he will instantly proc this. So you can actually go through arena and he'll proc this over and over every time they hit a tick of the freeze and the HP burn. So pretty OP for an A1 actually. The A2 is a remove all buffs from a target enemy and then attacks the enemy 2 times. If they have a freeze on them, he'll actually steal their buffs. So this includes like a block damage or unkillable. And then if they have a freeze and an HP burn, he'll actually ignore their defense as well. So it can actually hit pretty solid, even though I don't have focusing on my damage for him. For the A3, it's another AoE. It'll place a block buff, debuff, and 100% heal reduction for 2 turns on any enemy that has a freeze on them. And if they don't have a freeze, it'll actually have a chance to place a provoke on them. So again, on the arena, this is very useful. You can either block their buffs, or you can place a provoke on them. And that's where that frost gear comes into play. Every time he gets hit, he's going to have a chance to freeze them. He has a pretty underwhelming passive here. It has a lot going on here, so it's a 15% chance. When you book it up, it's a 25% chance to freeze every enemy that receives a buff, gets healed, or has their turn meter filled. So when you're looking at the arena, this happens a lot. And then it's going to say here that that chance is individually applied if there's multiple cases where they're receiving a lot of buffs and stuff. And then if he dies, he's going to get revived, but he's going to place a freeze on him. This is just the extra little security here in the arena. It's pretty nice. If we look at our masteries, there are several ways that you can go through the masteries. I focus more on the defense and support route. I have other champions that do my damage. I want him to lock down all my enemies. Some main things I focused on here is reduced AoE damage. We know in an arena there's going to be a lot of AoE enemies there. I don't have a counterattack champion in my arena, so I want to focus on these counterattack defense masteries. And then I think this is really important here. This mastery in the defense-based tree actually increases your chance for your freezes and provokes, and also applies to your gear as well. I think this is pretty important if you want to maximize his benefit to lock down your enemies. And then I went down the support route. Pretty basic here. Some key items here is increased turn meter every time a debuff is removed from an enemy. If he's placing a lot of provokes and a lot of freezes, this is going to happen a lot. I usually try to get Evil Eye to decrease the turn meter on the first hit. This is great for just trash waves as well as the arena, so I probably would look into that. And then this is just an extra little chance to decrease cooldown of a skill. I didn't really know what else to choose there. So if we want to go to the arena, one thing I want to talk about here is I've talked a lot about the HP burns. So in my last video, I actually did a quick review on Ignatius, because he has a AoE HP burn that can't be resisted. So when you place these two guys together in the arena, they're very hard to take down. So let's go to the arena here and do a few battles. I'll try to do, I guess, a manual one here, and then maybe some ones on auto. My team is not speed-based, so anytime I see these speed leads, I pretty much know I'm not going to go first. Actually, this is a pretty... this team here isn't really powerful, it looks like. But we'll go ahead and put the auto on this one, and then we'll try to find another set of groups here that maybe is more close to my power. We've looked at there, we've got one freeze on just from the buffs there. Going to increase our turn meter here. Decrease defense. Ignatius is going to do HP burn, and well, that kind of takes care of them. They weren't not too bad. I think they had subs in here. They probably have their regular team sitting by. Let's just go here and see what we have. This one's a little closer. They're not speed. They don't have a speed lead, so I might actually be able to go first. We'll see here. Okay, so I'm going to go first. I'm going to increase my turn meter here with my A1. Decrease defense here. And I place my HP burns. Almost takes care of them. He hits pretty hard. Oh, there's the A1 proccing automatically. And then what I got here is he has HP burn, but he doesn't have a freeze. I can always place a provoke if I want to try to lock him down. There, I locked him down. He automatically has a counterattack mastery. So that probably takes care of him there. And I'll do one more here, see what we got. Hopefully we can find maybe find one that just lose. Sometimes the battles are kind of interesting when you lose them, because you know where you're weak at. So on this one here, let's see if they can go first. Put up some buffs, maybe I can lock them down. So no, they didn't go first either. Okay, then decrease defense here. Put my HP burns. Hopefully I don't kill them all. Almost. Again, I'm going to just lock them down. Hopefully I can find a harder team for you guys here. Let's refresh and see if we can find a hard one here. Maybe I can just lose. Well, here we go. This team actually has. Here, let's go and refresh our tokens here. You always want to not waste any of your tokens. You want to use them when you have them, because over time they're very beneficial. Alright, let's see if we can face Tormin as well, see if he can cause havoc to us here. We're pretty much even. So I usually don't fight people with Tormin just because he's so overpowered. Because I'm going to increase my turn meter here, and I'm probably going to lock myself out. That would be my guess here. Let's see. I did not. So I'm going to place my HP burns. I'm going to decrease defense. Now we got some... So he locked himself out for everyone. He placed buffs on his characters, and he has locked himself out of everyone. So if you look, they have a freeze and an HP burn. I can actually still I can steal their buffs and ignore their defense with this A2. So I'm going to actually focus, I guess, on Martyr here. Take out her. So I have actually got my counterattack and increased defense and ignored her defense. So kills her. There's the A1 proccing automatically. Let's see if I can get it. Well, no, haven't got it again yet. So I'm actually kind of worried about doing this increased turn meter because I probably will lock myself out too. But I don't really know what to do about that right now. So yeah, see, I have locked myself out of 2 characters just by doing that increased turn meter. So Tormin is very annoying to face. I'm going to put it on auto just to see what happens here. But with Ignatius, or you could have, I think it's Ultimate Gaelic. He has an AoE HP burn, I think. There's some other characters. If you can synergize an HP burn character with this Tormin, you're going to have a lot easier time in the arena. See, I actually killed him, but his passive revived him with his freeze on him. Even if he has a freeze on, he can still proc his passive. See, I've locked myself out just by increasing my turn meter. So even though he's frozen, he can do his passive and freeze me. So this is why it's just annoying to face this guy, but if you had him, he definitely is a meta changer for the speed comp, glass canyons. But anyways, if you guys found this video helpful and like it, please subscribe and like below. Appreciate it. Thank you.